The government's budget balance for 2016 ended in the black for the second straight year due to a record surge in tax revenue, thanks to more domestic spending and strong corporate performance. Shin Se-min reports.
The government will employ more aggressive and efficient fiscal spending this year to ensure uncertainties at home and abroad do not spread to the country's real economy. This is what Finance Minister Yoo Il-ho said on Friday while announcing Korea's budget settlement for last year that ended in the black for 2 straight fiscal years, coming in at $6.9 billion. It's the second surplus after logging a budget deficit for 3 years since 2012. The finance ministry says that the country collected nearly $300 billion in revenue last year, with expenditure staying at $288 billion. Compared to the year before, the government saw an added $21.4 billion in tax receipts, the largest on-year growth ever, and $8.5 billion more than expected.
Despite the poor economic sentiment followed by the corporate restructuring drive, the government's active policies, like implementing a supplementary budget and front-loading the budget, helped the country secure tax revenues with more stability.
The government says much of this stemmed from increased corporate tax revenue and the booming property market. Corporate tax revenue was up $6.1 billion on year. Breaking it further down, the value-added tax that includes that of private consumption rose by around $6.7 billion due to growth in domestic demand and poor exports and facilities investment. Custom duties, however, slumped by $430 million on the back of slowing imports, while tax revenue from interest income dropped as the country's key rate was cut to a record low of 1.25%. In terms of expenditure, the government increased spending by over $11.1 billion. Looking ahead, the finance minister projected the tax revenue surplus for this year will come in at roughly half of last year's, as some of the gains seen from the busy property market and low oil prices are seen as temporary factors. Shin Se-min, Arirang News.